Today, I am going to be comparing the Southwest Florida revamp to the new GV Highway expansion update. As you guys know, these are both two very anticipated updates, and today we're going to be basically comparing them, taking a look at how they're different. And before this video starts, I want to make something clear. I love both of these games. Greenville and Southwest Florida are my two favorite games. So at the end of the day, this is not to pick which one, will outshine the other. It's just basically to acknowledge how much work and how much of a big improvement these updates will be. So smash that like and subscribe button, comment down below which game you guys like playing more. Try and get 1,000 likes, and let's dive into this video because it's going to be a big one. We're going to be comparing both updates in certain categories: how big it's going to be, how long it's been in the works for, when it will come out, and what is going to be added within the updates. Starting off with the Southwest Florida revamp. So with my first pointer, ladies and gentlemen, let's compare the size of the both updates, okay? Now, the Southwest Florida revamp, we do have a lot more information on, mainly due to the fact that it's been getting leaked for over 2 years. This is obviously going to be a bigger update. As you guys know, I actually have played the Southwest Florida revamp testing. We saw part of the Southwest Florida revamp map. As you guys know, it was not even the full map, and it was huge. It was basically like I would say like half the size of the current map right now, maybe a bit smaller. And it was great. It was honestly a fantastic experience, and I loved it. But that was a fraction of the map. Now, they said, quote unquote, that was like 30 to 40% of the map. And that still means there's like 60 to 70. There's like 70% of the map left, which is truly insane. So what is going to be bigger, the highway expansion or the Southwest Florida revamp? Well, let's go ahead and take a look at the expansion now. So here's a photo of the Greenville highway update. And as we can see right here, this is the current map, right? As you guys know, Greenville's map is pretty darn big, right? And this is their new expansion. Holy smokes. Okay, hear me out. Hear me out, ladies and gentlemen. Hear me out. This is nuts. This is insane, bro. The Greenville devs are absolutely cooking right now. But one thing I will point out that's different. It's really hard to tell what's actually bigger, because you could claim that the Greenville expansion has a lot less detail. And I'm not saying that it's not going to have any detail, but like, for example, this right here is all road and mountains. This, for example, this area took a lot more time than this whole left side of the map. And this area is smaller than the whole left side of the map. You know what I'm trying to say? There's less detail here, even though it is big. So, I mean, both are going to be great. Both are going to be massive. And both are going to improve the game like crazy. Like, for example, Greenville's going to have a tunnel going through there, I think. They got like the highway that ends over here and goes all the way around the map. Like, this is sick. This is peak. Now, like I said, we haven't fully seen the Southwest Florida map. We saw a fraction of it, and that was pretty peak as well, right? It was big. It was fun. Let's move on to the next point, ladies and gentlemen, with comparing these two updates on how long they've been in the works. So Greenville's highway update, it's kind of unknown how long they've been working on it, but they did publicly announce it back in April of this year. They said it was going to come out in summer, but then delayed it to now, and that's obviously, expected because it's such a big update. It's kind of like the revamp. They delayed it. Now, yeah, as we could see right here, bro, this was the first ever roadmap we got. When was this? April 4th. There's April 4th. And as we can see right here, they even said this includes a whole new highway and map area coming to the game. That was supposed to be in summer, but obviously it got delayed, and that's pretty much how long they've been working on it. So if you really think about it, it's not that long. I mean, yes, it's long. It kind of like, yeah, that's like 8 months, right? But like, in my opinion, that's not that long. Like, do you guys see how big that is? Like, they basically doubled the size of the map in just almost under a year. Like, what? Like, in like under a year, more than under a year. That's crazy. Now, if we take a look at the Southwest Florida revamp first initial leak, it was some time ago. It really was some time ago. I was a lot younger. I was 16 because it wasn't even my birthday yet, and now I'm 19. I've changed 3 years in age since they first released this. That's kind of crazy when you put it that way. I know it's been 2 years, but this right here was the first leak we got. It was back in early November of 2023. Which is insane because that's now over 2 years ago. But man, it looked so nice, these first leaks. And I don't know when we're getting this revamp still, which kind of brings me on to my next point, okay? What will we be getting first? Now, it has actually been publicly stated from the Greenville devs that this highway update is coming this month in December, which is really peak. Honestly, that's lit as heck. Like, this is dope, bro. They made this huge announcement right here saying, hey guys, you stay tuned. You know, it's a bit delayed. It was supposed to actually come out last month, but it got delayed again, which is totally fine. You know, I want them to have a smooth update release and make it polished. So therefore, I got a little bit of a delay. Now, going on to Southwest Florida's revamp update, they've never stated an official, you know, release. So we don't know when it's actually coming. Sadly, I'm sure it's going to be coming hopefully sometime early next year. It doesn't look like it's coming this year. I don't think it's coming this year. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I really don't, which sucks. I know. But honestly, I'd rather have these games update at different times. Like if we get the update in Greenville, you know, then we'll play that a lot. And then, you know, when the revamp comes out, then we'll play that a lot. Like, you know, it's actually good if they update at different times because then we get to enjoy the updates at different times, right? Now, let's talk about what else is being added within these updates. Now, Greenville's map expansion is going to be basically the same game, but way more map, way more stuff. You know, I feel like a lot of people have complained about the GV map. Maybe it's being a bit bland. You know, it's maybe a bit like they still do map changes and it's a great map. But I feel like Southwest Florida's map has like, I don't know, I feel like it's a lot like, I don't know how to explain it. I feel like this game, it's like, I love both, hear me out, but I feel like Southwest Florida's map is more like immersive. For example, there's like better car meet locations in my opinion. It's easier to drift around. But yo, when GV updates with this map expansion, bro, it is gonna definitely be sensational and it's gonna make the game a whole lot better, right? The highway is gonna be so much fun for racing. You're gonna have that new cool town. There's gonna be a racetrack finally. So racing's gonna be really fun within that game. And now let's talk about the revamp, okay? The revamp, oh boy. The thing is that's different about these two updates is the revamp isn't like an update. It's literally gonna be like a new game. So it is also kind of hard to compare these two, you know? Like one of them's been in development for over 2 years. One of them has been in the development for less than a year. So comparing these isn't also a good thing. I'm not trying to say, oh, which one's better. I'm just trying to show you guys what the difference are. As you guys know, Greenville and Southwest Florida are my two favorite games. But man, this revamp, this highway update, they're both going to be very good in their own way and very sensational. So let me know, what do you guys think is going to be better? The Greenville update or the Southwest Florida revamp? It's, like I said, really hard to pick. It also depends what game you like more. And it also really depends what you're more interested in for. All I know is this is an amazing sign for the future of Roblox car games. And I cannot wait to see what these guys have planned after these updates come out because it only goes up from here. Seriously, I can't wait to see how this impacts. And if you guys want to see more videos like this, go watch this one popping up on the screen right here where I show you guys this crazy time where I was driving an admin Audi R8. You won't want to miss it anyways. Peace.